What is going on, guys? Jezzi here with one of one traders, or just me personally, because this is my personal YouTube account. And I am going to be reviewing my trade from the day. So, the first trade that I took today was this SPX scalp on calls. As you can see, it was this teeny tiny little pop. No, was it? I can't exactly remember. It was like right here, yeah. It was this pop right here. Um, so I'm gonna review that trade first. As you can see, before I excuse me if I seem a little slow. It's pretty late. It's about 4 a.m. As you can see, double bottom here on QQQ and SPX. This is obviously sent out live. These times are not, edited. I don't even think you can edit the times on Discord, but yeah. Close it out for you. Double bottom here on QQ and SPX, looking for an entry on calls. That sent that out. 5,900 calls, filled at $1.40. One of the people in with me, as you can see, pop up, up 14%, 30%. Even though it is a small move, it's end of day SPX options. Like, if you get into a position and it moves slightly in your directions, it could literally do crazy numbers. But the thing is, if it goes against you, you're also losing it that much faster. So it's like, oh, like you're making that much return in that little amount of time. Yeah, you could also lose that much return in that little amount of time. So it's you gotta be careful with it. You gotta be quick, easy, and out. And if you're gonna hold it, you gotta make sure it continues going in your direction, because if you get caught in any sort of consolidation and you have not taken profit, the value of those contracts will be worth, like, they will significantly decrease the longer price doesn't get closer to your strike. So again, if you're gonna do end of day anything options wise, don't be greedy. Make sure you trail your stops to at least 20% break even, if you even are looking for a 20% move. Me personally, I'm looking for at least 50 to 100%. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I got proof. I do it almost every day. I'm not gonna jinx myself, knock on wood. So as you can see, continues moving up, 30% trimming here. Got my final trim on 46%, and that is where I cleaned out of that move. Quick little move, nothing crazy. As you can see, volume is starting to decrease, and there was a big sell-off, rejecting off of this big support, and this again could just be a retest. So I didn't anticipate anything huge, so caught the quick scalp there and got out. And then what I ended up doing was I kind of was like just typing in the chat, yada yada yada, and I saw how. So look, these yellow lines basically just signify my key levels or strong levels of support and resistance, and that's majority of how I trade. I trade small break of structures, break and retests of key levels or small structures, So as you can see, this is the trading range here. We have a lower high, we have a double bottom here. It is able to break below this low here. We can see the sell volume is increasing, but with this tiny retest, the volume is decreasing, and I think it will look a little bit better on the 5-minute. As you can see here, sell volume is increasing with these bearish candles getting weaker, but on this retest, here, buy volume is decreasing. So again, it's going to take time for price to move in a direction, especially if there's a strong level of support, if there's a strong level of resistance. Always expect a retest. I never enter off of momentum, rarely, unless it's like a little scalp, like as that little calls trade before, but that's nothing. 40% is nothing. But I'm rarely entering a position off of momentum. It's majority off of the retest. So as you can see here, big rejection right back up, form a bullish engulfing to almost this previous second candle here, but again rejected right back down. But if you look at the next candle, we have a little bit of a stronger bullish candle, same resistance, lower low on this candle. So now I'm waiting. If we can get a hold under this level here, I'm going short, because that sell volume is super strong, and you know that's just the trend. Big drop off, lower high, obviously. Like, damn, that would have been really. I'm not even on the right chart. I'm actually a retard. It's the same thing. It's whatever. It's like not the same thing. It's like almost the same thing. I forgot to, excuse me. But oh my god. Now you're probably like, oh, this guy's making this shit up. Let me just. Here are my fills from Thinkorswim, SPX. So, $1.35 to $2.85 on these contracts. That is about 111%. Do the math on it if you want. Ooh. Let me go back to explaining myself, and hopefully you can learn something. So I did not write out that whole entire move. It was kind of like something like this. Set that stop there. It was not long at all. I kid you not. You know, let me check my phone. Let me tell you how long this trade was. 111%. Let me tell you how long this took. So as you can see, it's a live Thinkorswim account because of the blue. I don't know how else to. So if we go to my filled, obviously it's not gonna say anything because it's the next day. All last 7 days. I'm not gonna. So, bought the contracts for $1.35, sold them for $2.85. Can you see that? And yes, this is a live Thinkorswim account. I don't know how else to show you without revealing too much information. Accounts. Oh yeah, here we go. Live trading. See? Live trading. Selected. Okay. That's not what I meant to do. Alright. So, this trade was from 2:58 to 3:07 p.m. 2:58 to 3:07 p.m. What is that, 9 minutes? 9 minutes. 111%. You know, and I'm not going to tell you how many contracts I had. But I will show you the position mid-trade. So, as you can see, okay, I don't want to show you too much, but look, that was mid-trade, and you can see the blue. It's a real account. That's just a screenshot from yesterday, 3:07 p.m. I can't. Look, yesterday at 3:07 p.m. Obviously live account. Okay. So, you know, I don't care showing you that because that's not exactly how much money I made in the position. But it just, you know, gives you a little bit more. And I'll do whatever. Okay, anyway. Back to the trade. Whatever. I don't care if you believe me or not. Just showing, you know, if you actually know what you're talking about, you know that's legit stuff and straight from my phone. Look, I'll do a live login. I almost just gave you. Did I just give my password? So look, Thinkorswim. Logged in. Okay. Alright, you know what? Whatever. I'll just film something tomorrow on my phone. Anyway, that was such a waste of time. That was such a waste of time. And I totally lost track of what I was saying. So, honestly, I like to look at the QQQ charts when I'm doing my analysis. You know, it's a personal preference of mine. You don't have to if you don't want to, but me, it's a personal preference. But as you can see on the SPX chart, this candle again was a lower low than this previous and a lower high. So again, there was a slight pop. Volume still wasn't strong enough for that break. That support is as strong, but now it's using that previous support, and these lines will help you analyze that. It's using that previous support as a resistance now. So it's like it was having trouble, breaking down. Now it busted, and then it broke below. The support is still strong. There's still, that buy volume. There's people setting their orders here to fill. So if it does come to this zone, then, their position closes. So there's going to be a little pop. Always expect that retest when there is a break of structure. So you got to wait for the break, the retest, validating that it's not going to break back above this level. The retest, validating it's not going to break back above this level, and then a confirmation back down. My confirmation here was the increased, well, not on this time frame. My confirmation here was on the 5 minute. This retest on decreasing by volume. And then now I'm looking at price action here. You can see this candle, again, another lower high, a bearish, fully almost engulfing candle. The volume is still not strong enough, just needs a little bit more time. And then we have literally next candle, zero wick. As soon as zero wick, and it just went boom, I entered that position. Went down, drop. And I ended up closing the position about 110%. I didn't really have I didn't leave any runners in this position. I just closed it out. It wasn't, I can't remember exactly where I closed it out, but it was somewhere around here. Still, like for a scalp, for like a quick ass thing, for like something super quick. I don't know what to tell you. I think I entered like around here actually, but that's besides the point. It's hard to say I know when it's gonna go down for the people that out and get it, but if you have enough experience and time, you just start to recognize certain patterns and candles and the break and retest. It's such a simple strategy, but it's so effective. And if you're patient enough for it, it works a majority of the time. But again, it's a very hard, strategy to get good at because you have to be so patient. Because like some people are not going to be able to wait this 3, 6, 9 minutes. This like 15 minutes. Sometimes it's longer. But then you see this like big pop and you're like, oh, that shit's going right back up. That shit's going right back up, bro. No. You gotta wait and be patient for the hold. Look where the candles are going. You can see it's a lower. It drops lower than where it caught that previous support. Same resistance. Next candle opens. Bearish engulfing. It's now holding under these candle closes. So, I didn't go too into detail because it's just a basic review. I showed you my fills. I attempted to do a live login to my Thinkorswim. Like, I'll just put it up on my computer and I'll do a live login I'll post it to TikTok or something. You can go follow TikTok. It's One of One Traders on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter. So go check out our videos there. This is just like a personal journal for me. So, in a year or two, I can just look back on it and see how ugly I was. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that is my trade for the day. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Well, it is tomorrow, but Peace out. Have a good night.